Hello my friends, William Poloniak here again at Whole Health Foundation. In this video I'm going to show you how to make some adjustments to the cutter on your Whole Health Foundation model juicer or a Norwalk juicer. Let's take a closer look. Now I want to point out a couple of things. If you look at the back of your cutter, there should be no black marks like you can see on my cutter here. So this one needs some adjustment. And here's how you do it. First, however, I want to point out that you need to put 1 or 2 drops of oil on your cutter shaft and distribute that oil with a paper towel so that your cutter slides on and off more easily. Now normally you would remove the cutter with a towel wrapped around. Let me show you. Just take an ordinary kitchen towel and wrap it around the cutter and pull it off. Now if you're careful, you can pull it off with your fingers if you put your thumb and your fingers between the blades and gently pull it off like so. But it's better to do it with a towel. Now as I put the cutter on, I have a couple of pieces of paper here, and I notice that it's a tiny bit snug. You should be able to get 4 pieces of paper back there. So let me fold these 2 pieces of paper in half, and you can see it's too snug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust this end set screw. Now it's better to make the adjustment to this end set screw with a glove on your left hand, and you'll need a 3/16 inch Allen wrench. So let me put my glove on. I'm going to hold this, put the 3/16 inch Allen wrench in the end, and give it a tiny bit of a turn. And then see if the 4 pieces of paper will fit. Still a bit snug, so we'll adjust a little bit more. Still a little bit snug, so we'll make another adjustment a tiny bit at a time. There we go, 4 pieces of paper. It's still a bit snug, so I'm going to give it a little bit more of a tweak. There we are. You can go as high as 5 pieces, but 4 pieces is okay. Now that's much better. Now another thing you need to do is with a punch these 4 holes to make the set screw a little tighter. So let's do that next. Now with the punch, I'm going to punch these little dings on the side of this set screw again. And this is to make sure that the set screw doesn't turn out or in. And you notice I'm using not the tip of the hammer but the side, because you get a little more control that way. Now I want to remind you, don't do it on your countertop. Get a piece of wood. You don't want to accidentally crack your countertop. Now another thing you should do, because you can see the discoloration behind the cutter, is get a couple pieces of sandpaper. Now this is 60 grit. You want to sand off any discoloration. And I'm going to use 600 grit sandpaper for a little bit of fine tuning. Well, that's a lot better. And then we'll reassemble. Now let's put the cutter back on, and we'll take those 4 pieces of paper again. 2 pieces of paper folded in half, and let's put it in behind. Well, I'm noticing it's very tight again, so I'm going to make another adjustment. That's about a half a turn. You can go as high as 5 pieces, but 4 pieces is okay. I'm going to give it a tiny bit of a tweak, and then I'm going to adjust this with the punch again. Now we'll punch this again so the set screw doesn't move. Let's take the folded pieces of paper, 4 sheets of paper, and it fits behind perfectly. Now we can be sure it's not going to rub against the escutcheon. So to be sure, and remember, don't put your hands on the cutter blades. Put it in between the valleys if you pull it off with your bare hands. But just to be safe, I'm going to use my glove. Grab it, pull it off. We'll put the feed tube back on and set the cutter up top. And remember, never, and I mean never, leave the cutter on the shaft. Oil the shaft once a week. Wipe it dry with a paper towel. Well, my friends, there you have some practical tips on how to adjust your cutter so it fits on your motor shaft properly with a 3/16" Allen wrench. I hope you like what you've seen, and if you did, please tell a friend. If you'd like to contact me by phone, my phone number is 760-753-0321, or you can email me at developtrust@cox.net. And if you need any extra parts for your juicer, or if you want to upgrade it or even buy a new juicer, give me a phone call or send me an email. I'll see you in the next video.